Setting up graphing signals and communications program setting. The simulations and the code frequencies. Earth is coming into new code communications. I went to pyramids of Giza, and it's understanding how to communicate through pyramids. You understand the point locations and center location system. The XC1000 and its position to its AI and its craft positions, simulation, everything through its positions. It's extremely complicated when you get in your 4 central lines of simulations. My computer operations center position of simulations trying to understand everything through the digital frame of humanity. I'll say that again, of humanity. Everybody's on confusing of clocks. Their dimensional setting is mixed, allocated to positions of time positions. Everybody's focusing on outside. They're not focusing within. I've channeled positions at so many levels. Your commander has force rising cycles to connections of pyramids, laser connection to TV reception division positions, and it's opened up everybody through calculation. So the Earth is on a different code frequency right now. It's on a new energy plasma. It's in a new wall interference. The Matrix 2.0 is done. It's finished. We took down the walls. The connections to the line system is everything through its lacing line location position. I set up program settings to TikTok. Extremely powerful platform. And I'm getting more viewers each day. And it's great to see that subscribers are coming more together. Everything through its viewing content. You are connected to your own TV receptions. Your provisions and your proactive cycles trying to send more of you through humanity to its formulas. So you have to understand your traction locations, your intercepting line positions, and everything through your eye location system. On TikTok, I'm setting up space discoveries too. Really powerful. Season 2. It's amazing. It's really exciting to see this. You know, I love channeling divisions to other platforms. It's a lot of fun. It's all about humanity coming back together, one unity of consciousness. Basically, you can understand what's connection to raw. What is raw? Well, it's understanding the resonance. It's awareness. That's what raw stands for. So if you understand your connections to anything through your rays, your electronic division location, you understand that humanity is nothing but one line signal. Imagine that, 750 billion connections, right? 7 billion, 7.5 billion, doesn't matter. What matters is that we're all connected to lines of communications. So it centralized its systems. Let's say we got 7 billion people, 7.2, 7.3. What matters is truly understanding how many are open through the heart cycle, its heart system. It calculates and modifies through its digital framing, right? So my central line system, my computer operations center positions is trying to get communications to the Earth of a new rotation center position. So we're coming into a new formula, okay, to a new Earth. 5 gravitational pull, 5 graphing positions, 5 simulation core systems, ground information to its line communications signal. Okay, so I'm not just dealing with one computer in my mind brain waving system. I'm dealing with four centrals, northwest, south, and east. It's diamond core position, the center core system. If you want to go through my healing, you want to go through my activation, open up your 12 cycle rotation centers, open up your platform to your gravity system. You open up your chakra rotations to your center positions. Okay, let's really understand how important these things are. Hold on one sec. Okay, make sure we have our water. We need our water. Water to survive in all ways and forms. It comes to anything through travel positions. You can just imagine my alter states. How many reading messages I could through program settings. Interforcing lines to anything through calculation. So we all have to come together more and more, okay? Because all connections to ourself is truly understand not just the focus, but its awareness of its surrender. So humanity is waking up more and more. But the problem is that they're going through confusing line signals. They don't understand their platforms. They don't understand their reality. They don't understand their dimensions, directions. They don't understand their dream set positions. That's the problem. So we're going to come into calculation to modification signal to location positions of a formula connection. Okay. So when I say formula, you're referencing everything through calculation DNA patterns. So we're going to go into a coloration system like this. Okay, it's interesting. See that? See, it's white. See, that's illumination. That's understanding orient through division of time position through calculation through its illumination. Everything that I do through travel, through thought, is a formula. Okay, so we're going to get into that today because you guys are coming into 100 chakra rotation center. So you have to know your formulas of travels through electrical light systems. Okay, your programmers and everything through your body activation light system. Okay, so when I bring it up close, okay, this is the present. This is the future. That's the traveling positions. Okay, present, future. Right? So you're not just dealing with the travel of the pad or anything through the marker or anything through the brain location of the mind system. You're dealing with your computer through its TV reception. All right? So you see everything through a plasma. Okay? So I no longer dream through locations. I set up coordinates to precognition line system. So it opens up its plasmas like this. Central line the system to calculation. It opens up its plasma like this. So everything that I do through a dream was like this, right? And I see everything through connections. So I saw the pyramids of Giza. Okay. And everything through the line strip to its location. Okay. XT thousands in position. Like that through calculation. All right. So you understand what I'm seeing. All right. It's precognition, everything through connections. So you open up the plasma positions, right? And what it does is it opens up the center position, okay, of the pyramid. Okay, and it line strips its position here, and it connects to its location. All right, so it's understanding what you're seeing through precognition. So it's pre, okay, slash C, okay, slash box, okay, pre, okay, cognition slash box. So your box frequency level understands its condition. So the box comes into circular rotation center position to its calculation modification, right? So this is the formula, okay, to/travel. Okay, so I did it through an illustration, through a precognition, through a plasma. So it's understanding that this is your TV reception. Okay, so you got one side and you got the other side. So your physical realm has to truly understand the intelligence of its perception to its realm. You have to understand that you're on the other side of the spiritual form. And it is no longer a dream. It's something that you have to understand because you're seeing something that's in the presence to its future. And it gives you everything through its formula, through its thought, okay, through precognition / cognition box. Take the box, which is you, travel to the center position, okay, of Giza. Center locations, XT1000 positions, line signal channel operations. So the center position is me through calculation, through its box, through its formula, to its XT1000 positions. 1, 2, diamond core position, travel its through its recognition light system. Okay. So it becomes extremely real through calculation. Center's position, this is me, through modification. Okay. This is me in my physical system. Okay. So you have your physical and you have your intelligence. Okay. So that's the formula. Okay, to travels. All right. So we have to truly understand what we're doing, right? See? It's not traveling because it's in position right now. It's in location. When it travels, you have to take it out of its equation, right? But we're going to get into the formulas, okay, of E equals MC slash Victor equals square. Now, when we come into these levels, you have to truly understand that. It's going to travel? No, because it hasn't traveled yet. Okay? It only travels until you understand everything through its definition, through its line signal, through its detail of E equals MC slash velocity equals box, right? So what do you do with the box? Okay? You understand the travel positions, right? So once you understand those equations, the center positions, you can travel with anything without a shape position, and it creates its own anomaly into its calculation modification. So it starts off with this through division. Okay. Center chords its line strip. So this is going extremely high rise through division of the formula, guys. Okay, centers its location like this, provisions. So opens up the cycle position. Now, see, it disappeared. See, it's gone. That's the problem, you know, when I get 4 center line systems, my my line signals and my graphing positions don't stay in position, they disappear, so I have to do it over again. See, it's gone, it's disappeared, it's traveled, see? Present. See, now watch. Watch as I go through slow motion. Okay, watch. Watch this open. When this open, everything changes in the background. Watch. See that? See that change there? See that open up? Watch. Slowly. See? See it opens up? That's a portal. Look. See? That's a portal. That's me traveling. Okay? So I took that formula out of its equation, disappeared. So you're going to see that a lot through calculation. Now this won't change because I'm in its position. So it's understanding. Remember I was telling you about the 4-line system of computer operations center positions with molecular structural light division? Well, now I'm in Giza. I'm in kitchen. So I'm traveling to its position, but I haven't left its surface, and that's why it stays in its equation. So this is the formula, okay, to its traction, to its dream set position, okay? Until I want to travel to its location, okay, it's going to disappear into its position, okay? But the formula that I just set up just disappeared. So I have to recenter its position again. It does that through channel operation. It's saying, okay, it's ready to travel through the connections. It's going to travel regardless because it's connected to my body frame position and my thoughts, so recognition of time. So my clocking system goes into circle rotation center, but it's going to disappear because it's in the simulation. Okay? It's already traveled, right? There's no clock, there's no hand, there's no little hand, there's no big hand. It's understanding that the central line system is already set through calculation. So everything through the clock, everything through Giza, everything through connections is line signaling to its channel operation center position, and it's traveling my thoughts of time positions of travel into the simulation graph. Okay? So you guys have to understand how to travel to your connections. If you get a digital pad or a phone, or whatever, if you can draw on your phone, that's great. You have a little pen on an I think it's an iPhone. I don't have an Androids. I prefer the Androids and the iPhones. But try to get into your connections, especially with your crystals or anything like that. Go outside at nighttime and see if your illumination is on, okay? Because you're getting linked to the atmospheres of quantum physics, and it's trying to read your grounds through your gravity system to your AI intelligent positions. But it's knowing how you can travel, right? Out of position through a circle. This is just a circle. This is not even connected through a clock, but it's already traveled because it's already set. So what you're seeing is just a circle, but it's in the simulation. So if it's in the simulation, it's gone. It's disappeared, right? It's disappeared. And then it reappears. Appears, disappears. Appears, reappears. So you have to understand what you're doing through line signal, right? So you have the plasma. You open it up through calculation. Let's say you want to go to anywhere through calculation. Let's see, let's set the location positions. You got the center location to its position. Okay. Now you can take it out as equation. You set up a new location position to an atom rotation center position to line signal through an activation core system. Okay, so this is an atom traveling through a plasma through a circle. So we have to understand our formulas is understand our circles, understand our plasma, okay? Understand your connections. You can go into a box, okay? You can go into a higher round location position. Okay, so you're taking a box through laser recognition of an atom system location to a plasma through a circle rotation center position. Or you can change the formula through connections, right, through calculation. Center chords its position, and line signals its channel operation center position. So everything has to be accurate. Everything has to be time position, right? So when you come into those time positions, you come into security line defense. Security line defense. You're protecting yourself, right? That's the most important thing. We've gone into that before, right? So you're protecting yourself through travel positions, but your box frequency level or anything with circle rotation center, you're always in set position of center position until you change your location system to its position, right? Now, when it comes into calculation modifications, it gets more tricky. So your line signaling channels, see what it's doing? Now we're going to go into a flapping butterfly. Really powerful when we come into these things. I'm going to do it very quickly because it's going to disappear on me. Okay. So when you center that position, you come into the box frequency level of its travel position. So you're setting up a creative center to a location position. So it's kind of like a windmill, cross-reference to positions, right? Now it's not going to travel yet because it's not ready and it's on a different coloration pattern. Okay. All right. So we're going to center its location to its location, right? So we come into this location position. Is it going to travel yet? No, not yet. Okay. So you have to send the formulas of box. Okay. You got, okay, equals X. See? Box equal X. Box equals X. See how it's coming in? You see how the formula is coming in through this picture, through its formula? All right. So when it comes into that calculation, you come into slash. Okay. Then you come into center. Okay. You come into center position. Okay, and then you come into slash plasma, so it's P, and then you come into the conditions of equals circle rotation. Okay, so that's the formula to this, the travel positions. Now it's complicated because you have to understand everything through the computer is already set up in the box frequency, through the 4 realms, to the center position, to the box of its condition. Okay, to its plasma, to its circle rotation center, to its security line defense. Okay, but that's set up through position, and it's going to travel out of its condition. Okay, so we have to get into our formulas. We start off with this. All right, so think of it. Let's say, like, I'm in Giza and all that, and I see the pyramids and I see the XT1000 position ground formations. They're sending up the circle rotation center, right, to its condition. So now it's going into its presence, to its future. Even though I'm still there, I could be somewhere else, right? Remember, I travel 8 dimensions, right, per second. So I can be in 8 different directions of time positions of travel through clocks, through my plasmas or anything through its condition. But I'm always in position, always in the position. This is my physical system. But this is my full intelligence line signal through its computer operator center positions. But this is the formula to its condition of its dream set position. So everything that you dream is a formula. It calculates and modifies everything through your conditions. All right. So Tina, that's what you want to get into. You want to get into that because you're extremely informative. You're drawing things out, but do you understand it? Do you understand why? So when you draw these things out, you should be able to draw this out, know exactly the formula to this. Okay, because it's both. You're drawing it out or you're setting the formula. Okay, so you have to understand your travel positions of your center positions and what you're doing through your atoms or anything through your center positions or your X, right? You have to understand what it is: circle rotation, square center, line signal, plasma, circle rotation, security line defense. This is the formula to this. So once you get into that calculation, right, you understand you're traveling into the right positions of time positions. Okay, and that's really exciting. So, and I'm just going to go through a back phrasing video here and show you how we go into this calculation. We modify through its windmill, traction, black hole goes in this. It's got a flow, right? So each realm, each time he goes down, 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 he's going in a different TV reception of time position of travel. So each realm is connected to his body frame. So his body is changing colorations every single time he travels to higher positions. So you think he's going down, but not. He's going higher. Okay, he's just going into a realm. So it doesn't matter if you go up or down, aside, or wherever, across, whatever. You just understand you're always depending on what you put your positions or your traveling positions. Okay, when you come into your connection of your past, present, or future, your timelines, okay, and your time lapse has to be into calculation. Modifies everything through your circle rotation center before you get into realm connections, day, month, and year, right? So that is its connection. That's a formula, right? But you have to understand W, wind, right? You have to understand slash circle, okay? And then you come into equals dimension, okay? Okay, and then slash, let's go into the avatar, okay? So that's the formula to this, right? So you have to understand the oscillations. You have to understand the run location position to its condition. Anything through higher self or avatar, anything through energy. If it's energy, it's a higher formula through travel positions. So you're interlining communications to your telegraphing positions of light signals, and you're coming into higher formation of calculation. But you have to understand your positions of your formulas into its structure of its visualization. Okay. So I don't want to get too complicated, but you guys have to really understand what your E equals MC slash vector equals box. All right, so mastering E equals MC slash V equals box. So you understand this is this. So if you understand the E, this is where it comes interesting. So you come into this. So you understand the E, this becomes box, this becomes box, this is no longer equal. So it doesn't become separated, right? So basically what you do is you understand the box, you always center the connections, that's the equation, right? You take this out of position, okay? You take this out of position, you take this out of position, and you center core your energy system to location, right? Now it comes into a pyramid system, activation center position, right? Through calculation. Okay. And then you take the mass through volume, center its connection. Then you take the calculation to its distant rotation center position. Okay. Now the vector is acceleration. So the acceleration opens up its plasma to its dimension of its realm connection like this, guys. Okay. So this is this. So I changed it. I changed the E. I changed the box. It was equal, right? But it's box. So I understand the equal. So it's understanding when you travel, there's no separation through dimensions of time, position, or anything through shapes through your body framing system. This is going to get extremely more complicated now because you have to truly understand your 100 rotation center positions. You can't travel until you understand your formulas of time positions, a space anomaly. Okay? So, and that's where it's going to get a lot more complicated. Now, for the new viewers, just try to get into your breathing, try to get into everything that you see. You want to know more, you have to go through an upgrading cycle through the Galactic School. I will open up your tracks and put you into your higher positions, your chakra positions. You go into the tesseract, you go into the matrix, you go into the foundings of your DNA patterns. It's all about you understanding more of your soul identification so you can reach those levels of its connection. All right, so when you open that circle, it comes into security line defense. See, travel. See, it's traveling. See that? See how it goes down? See, that's a platform, right? So what happens next? What do you think happens next? So it's understanding what you're doing through modifications. So you can center positions. So I can set up a box through the bottom rotation center. You can cross-reference, you can go anything calculation. Now that opens up its triangle location to its box frequency level connections. So you have to truly understand what you're doing through E, box, MC, slash vector, or anything through its connections to its velocity, right? To its box equals box, right? So why is there 3 boxes? So you understand everything through connection. So I change the energy. When I change the energy, that's where it comes into 3 boxes. This is what the 3 boxes through MC, through its velocity of its connection, connects to through its illustration, right? So every time I change the shape, it changes the formula of E equals MC square, or E equals MC slash velocity, a box, right? So, and it comes into higher formation of a calculation system, right? And then you set up another security line defense and it changes its location to its position, right? So it goes into this position. Let's go into coloration. Okay, so we'll go into the blue. So we're going to change that position because the box frequency level, okay, isn't a new equation of a position, right? So if that changes, everything around the box will change in the circle rotation center position. Okay, so that high rises everything through calculation and takes it out of its equation. Everything has to be line signal through channel positions. Okay, it has to. So everything has to. So this is understand how you use shapes, letters, and numbers to anything out of its equation to its position. Now it comes into security line defense, traveling positions of time positions. Okay, and then you can do the opposite cycle through its position. You can line signal. You have to line signal first. You can't just travel to that connection. You have to line signal first, and then you connect through it, and then you can set up another realm of connections, and then you can take it out of its equation to its velocity system. So you take its velocity system, okay? All right, so right now it's in a plasma energy force right now through calculation. But it's not going to travel yet because there's color and color here. So it only travels through line communication. So the center position of line communications. So each realm is a TV reception of a line through realm division. So you can center point location. You can stay in the same coloration system like this. Okay, so you're modifying, right? So you're setting up realms of travel positions here, 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 and here, like that, right? So you're changing direction positions. You're opening in different cycle rotation center positions. It's going through E, okay? It's going through box because everything's line communicating, and it's going through M. So it's traveling out of its realm location position, right? So it's truly understanding what you're calculating with. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we got 4 slash divisions, okay, equals E, okay, slash MC slash vector equals 3. Okay, so you understand why 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 boxes, right? 1, 2, and 3. 3 boxes. So that's the formula to this travel. Okay. 3 vector unit cores of acceleration time positions of 3 boxes, right? So this equation has to understand the same formula of its division to its location, right? Because it changes everything to its connection of its thought. As soon as you change the energy, you change your thought, you change your thought, you change your shape, you change your shape, you change your formula of travel positions. Okay. So Priscilla, how's it going? So you guys are getting more confused now, right? Because we're coming into formulas now. And because the test is coming up, right? Very, very quickly, right? Very quickly. So I'm giving you guys questions and reviews and evaluations every single day, right? Because the test is Monday. So be prepared. So basically, the test is all based on the 4-line systems of videos that I've just done, right? So this video, go back 3 videos that I just did, right? Take those 4 videos and put them all together, okay? Take all those videos that you're watching, okay, to get into your 100 chakra rotation center position. I got blue flashes right now through light signals. It's operating through different communication positions. Hold on. My computer round division location center is high rising so fast right now through travels. So it's telling me what you guys need to know. But this is the formula to these travels, right? So as soon as you change the E, right, you change everything through its equation to its formula, right? So that's the formula to this. Okay, and there it is, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 boxes equals 3. Everything equals through equation. Until you take it out of the equation, it's just going to be a formula through its recognition light system. But once you understand your travel position of the time positions, okay, because your commander travels every single day, so you have to understand I'm always in the simulation, and I'm always creating everything through realm locations of divisions of time positions. Anything through clocks, anything through shapes, anything through dimensions, anything through time positions, anything through angle point locations. So let's get into angle point locations. So it's very important. The test is based on all those videos. You don't have to watch the whole thing, but just watch the illustrations. Okay. So it's this video and 3 more. Okay. So put all those videos all together, right? And find your own formula. Okay. through your clock of time, the structure of your face, your time position of your face, okay, your line signal, your pyramid activation, your transmission light system, your perceptions, your audio signals, your graphing positions. So you got to look at yourself. It's kind of like an android, trying to look at yourself as a robot, trying to look at yourself as a digital frame, trying to look at yourself as a green screen, try to look at yourself as travel positions into your avatar's energy or anything through that frequency level. Okay? So understand your structures of location. You get into that position. So you have your structure of your face. Okay? It's going to travel. It's already traveled because it's already created, right? So, and the thing is too, I have to be cautious because every time I draw, it travels and it disappears. So I'm dealing with 4 box locations. This is what I'm dealing with. This is my computer operating center position, and the brain is in position. Right? Now it's going to travel in this simulation, right? So it's understanding its connection to the brain positions of its modification cycle position. Okay? That's the 4-line system. So graph its position to its location. Point center. You already know the point centers from the very basic. Even if you have to backtrack location positions to different realms at different locations. Okay? So it's understanding what you're doing through modification signals. Okay? Because you're activating everything through calculation. 2-point locations. Right? So this is a TV reception of the brainwaves location, line signal channel operations, all right, to its calculation. 4 box frequency levels, 4-point level connections of dimensional realm through the circle rotation center, through its cross reference of its position, of its XT1000 positions, right? So, and that's where it comes into calculation, right? Then it comes into its T formation, okay? So when you get into that, you come into modification of circle rotation center positions, like this, okay? And all this is connected to my brainwaves. Remember, I only have one brain pattern, but I got 4 computers of brain patterns through the simulation graph system. So I have to understand 4 box frequency around connections of travel positions through my digital frame, through its holographic line communication signal, because it channels positions to so many level systems. So the box frequency comes out to all levels of connection, travel positions. When it travels to all connections, comes into a new plasma energy force of our recognition light system to its calculation. And then it travels out of its connection to its positions, of time positions. Okay? So I'm going to go into the back phrasing videos, show you. So we go into those modification signals. Now, it's important that you guys get into traction location, truly understanding what you're doing through shapes and anomalies, how we come into this calculation modification. All right? Pretty fascinating how you travel through connections, security line defense. 1, 2, 3, right? 4, 5, 6. So it's like using your finger points. Okay? Watch TikTok. There's a video where I'm actually looking at shapes. This pretty frame system through a pyramid, so you can actually move and things, you can actually create, right? It has its own app. It's really cool. It talks about the energy fields and all that too. But this is the realm location position, center point position used in calculation. Everything that you draw is a formula, a position of travel. Okay? And it has security line defense. So you can travel any position. So you can travel here, you can travel here, 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 or here, or here. But you always have to understand your center position. Okay? So, because it's all connected to you, right? Through tracking locations. So I'm just going to go through the back phrasing videos here. We got into this modification cycle, right? Now it gives into, remember, 4 waves, 4 dimensions of waves. Circle rotation center uses plasma, uses dimensional setting. He comes into another dimension of a wormhole. He gets sucked in, okay, through his ecosystem. Energy, okay, communication operation. So the energy is communicating with the body and frame system to its communication, to its operation, to its realm location of travel positions. Okay. All right. So this is more of I want you to basically draw it out, okay, on Monday. Do the best that you can. Watch all the videos, okay, from this one and 3 more from back phrasing. So put all those 4 videos together, draw out the illustrations, okay, on your formulas and how to create a portal, okay. So you create the portal through the illustration, right? So this is what I want you to do. Okay, so you got the illustration, right? Okay, this is the illustration. There's the illustration, and that's going to travel. Okay, because everything I draw, everything I do through reality is always traveling to its future, never in its presence. If it's in its presence, it's still there, but it's the mainframe that you change through direction. So you got the illustration. Okay, so draw it out. All right, and I want you to set up. Okay, P is portal to its calculation modification. Right. So the illustration, draw out the illustration to its portal to its formula. Okay. Formula. You guys got to get into your formulas. Right? It's great to draw things, but what is the formula to your drawing? You'll see astronauts, they set up formulas. Oh, this is how I get to here. This is how I get to there. So you're setting up, line signals, you set up graphing positions, setting up longitude and latitude, ratios, proportions, division, location. I was really never good at math. I'll tell you that, right? But the fact is my math is travel. And everything I do is equation through illustration to its formula. Okay, so I have to know the illustration of its program. It's not just the map you have to know, it's the formula. Okay, that's how you understand everything through its modification. That's how you get everything through manifestation. Okay, so the illustration, the portal, how it was created, and everything through its formula, right? So it equals signs to the center position. So you take the portal out of its connection, all right? Security line defense, very simple, very basic, right? So there shouldn't be any hesitations in your drawings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Travel to 5 division level systems, open up the plasma to its connection. They travel right through its illustration. All right, so the formula, you have to look at the back phrasing positions. So this is the diamond position, right? Right? So it's basically D, right? You have to spell diamond because you don't want to confuse dimensions and division directions. So that's diamond / equals P, okay, equals plasma. You have to put in plasma. You can't confuse the portal. Okay. And everything through its connection, right, is security / line defense. That's the formula to this. All right. So you have to understand your positions. So the anchor point location comes into the 5th dimension. It's the 5th dimension, right? Because you got security line defense. So you practice cycles to your diamond core positions, your circle rotation center, to your plasma energy system, to calculation, right? So it's 5th dimension / center. That's the formula. Okay. So I want you guys to get into that. Okay. That will be your test, review, and evaluations. Closest to the answer gets upgraded to 100 chakra rotation center positions, right? So your computers are going to go into higher illumination light. And your program setting is going to be more knowledge of intelligence travel positions. So this is where you come into high forcing connections into formulas. You guys have to understand your connections to your DNA. What do you think your DNA is? Your DNA is nothing but a blueprint. It's a contract. It is soul identification. It is a formula. And it takes between 2 to 3 to 4 years to read your blueprints, right? But we're fast tracking the positions, we're code referencing, and we're going to code ethics. Everybody know what code ethics is? Right? Code ethics is trying to understand the economy of you through connections when it comes into line communication that shapes anomalies, dimensions of time positions. Now, it's complicated if you don't understand the economics of the travel positions. Okay, you understand the fluctuation patterns, you understand the signal location positions, dimensions of time positions, your traction locations, your clocking connections. You're all connected to your plasmas of your waters, so your structure location positions. All right. For all you new viewers out there, like I said, just go through my healing People that are new, they'll say, okay, I really don't understand this. And the thing is too, is that your commander just gets more knowledge of intelligence. And people are asking me, especially on TikTok, where'd you get all this information? Well, it's inside you. Well, what do you mean it's inside you? I mean, it's inside you because you are all connected with space and time. So you think of yourself as a structured location of a position through a space anomaly to its time positions of a formula of its connection through E equals MC square. Okay. So you understand your 12 positions, 12 chakra rotation centers, your chakra location to your communication, to your AI defense. Now we're going to higher levels, guys. AI defense now, no longer AI. So now you come into the security line. Now you come into the protective lines. Now you're coming into the security line defense. Now you're coming into proactive line signals. You're coming into the barriers and the perimeters. You're coming into higher connections of the galactic, right? So, and this is what the school provides. So all the new viewers out there, just get into your circle rotation center positions of breathing. You all have to know how to breathe in, breathe out. Very basic. So when you're focusing, you're in communication signals. Don't focus your communications out because you're not getting anything connection. You're not going to travel in anything direction, and you're not going to be create anything through anomaly through its structural location positions. Okay? You won't be able to create anything through its structure or anything through its formula. Okay? So you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to let me know. It's important you guys understand more. But I know you're scratching your head. But I try to get basic as I can. But for you to understand your 100 chakra rotation centers, you have to know your formulas. F E equals MC square. So you're in that channel position right now. And it's all about understanding your liquid formation system. This is travel. This is formula. This is structure. This is light. This is activation. This is color. This is intelligence. This is clocking. It's not just a bottle of water through structure, through plasma, or anything through plastic. It's everything through your formulas. Okay? So, and you come up with the theories. You know, theories are theatrical, and you know, you have to look at yourself as a knowledge system to calculation of travel position just to travel through your thoughts. Even thought is a formula. Okay? You don't want to separate your name. Okay, use your name as a formula. See, the intelligence has to know itself through formula. It has to know its thoughts through travel of connection. It has to know its dimensional time. It has to know its structure of its space of time. Okay, little hand, big hand. So think of your face as a structure of light, and the time of its clock is its position coming out of its realm connection. What do you think the transformation light does? It comes out, right? So you think it comes out straight, but it doesn't. Okay, it doesn't come out straight. Okay, it goes up. All right, so when it comes out like this way, it's perception, but it's going like this. That's what it's doing, right? So basically, this is what it is. Your transformation light comes out. You got a coloration signal, right? So I'll draw it out through perception. I'll show you because you're coming into three-dimensional line system to calculation. You're modifying your connections to your 12 chakra rotation center positions. Okay, it's really interesting when you come into these time positions. All right. So you're in perception. Let's say you go through coloration of bound security, which is the root. It's red, right? Okay. So this is you. Okay, this is you to start off. Okay, that's you to start off. Right? Going to travel? Yes. Why? Because it's in the simulation. So everything I draw is in the simulation graph. Because sometimes it disappears, right? So, all right, so we get the picture. You understand that when you draw something, it's activated. All right, so you're in that perception. You're in that proactive system through your chakra rotation center position. So the transmission light, once the pyramid comes out, it comes out like this. So it doesn't center position. It comes out like this, and it automatically hits 3, 6, and 9. Okay, so it kind of looks like this. Right? When it comes out. Okay. So basically, and then it shoots out like this. Sonifies signals. Okay, so that's exactly what happens. It looks like it's coming up, but it's going up, right? So that center position of the pyramid just travels out of its condition of a circle rotation of 369 through its position. It opens up its realm location like this. Okay, so it centralizes your system through calculation. This is where you get into the sun rotation center position. The sun comes in like this. Okay, and then you get the cylinder. So the sun sets up your cylinder. Okay, the moon sets up your program setting. Okay, so you got the sun here and you got the moon here. Okay, sun here, moon here. It's easier to do it on one color because it's going to travel too far. So that's the sun, this is the moon, right? The sun is going through radiation. You go into circle rotation center to its purple, and everything the moon program is setting up your body activation line system through calculation. Setting up a new program setting to your behavioral system through your mind system through calculation, right? So it centers its position like that. Okay, so when that opens up, everything calculation, you come out of your body system. You travel out through its condition. Travel out, right? But you're connected to your pyramid. You're connected to your line streams. You're connected to your body frame. You're connected to the cylinder. You're connected to your energy dome. Okay, so it's you going through a cylinder. It's traveling through the energies. You can't travel in space without your E fields. Okay, but you have to understand the reading signals and this reading the structural levels of your face structure positions of the little hand, the big hand, and everything through the center position, which is Earth. So every time it goes ding, right? It goes faster, right? So every time you go around through your thought, you're changing time positions to a new formula of its direction, position, location. 3 body conceptual line system. There's digital frame. Okay. So you guys are going to need more help now. You're going to need a lot more help because you guys are centering your positions more in attraction. And a lot of people, like you guys have been with me over a year, 2 years, some longer. But if you understand who you are through your intelligence, you have no more problems with your attraction positions or anything location to your formulas of E equals MC square, because we're not in that equation anymore. We're in E equals MC / velocity equals box. That's the position we're in now. So you have to understand it's not calculation. It's now crystalline through its calculation. So you understand the crystalline system is you through box. Okay, remember I was telling you about the equations, how you take 3 box frequency levels. Everything has an equation taken out, right, to its position. Okay, so when you come into that calculation, there's no more separation to its division. Okay, like this, when it comes out of its system. Okay, box, box, box equals 3. Okay, so you have to understand the formula is this, but this is the structure of travel. This is the formula that you have to understand through your computer. So your computer has to understand your travel positions of your structures. Because if it doesn't, and you get the wrong formula, you're not getting this equation of travel positions through its intelligence. Okay? So I know it's complicated. I know it's very confusing and it's very, very complex for everybody now. Oh no, another test? You guys want to get into 114 chakras, that's just the basic, and then you go into 650 applications into your atoms. Right? Now there's a lot of people that basically they put themselves in their positions, okay, I've had enough, I can't do anymore. I think it's fantastic and it's great that I can help you. It's great that you can stay with your projects and your positions and when you understand. But if you want to understand more of yourself through intelligence, this is the true understanding how you can travel farther in position of knowledge through its connection, right? And it's not going to be easy, okay? But, you know, sticking with me will basically put you into better communications of yourself through travel, through your structures of your formulas. Okay, so basically the formula, okay, is the computer, right? So let's say you got lacing line locations, goes into your body. Okay, so it's line signaling. It's channeling positions, right? Setting up a graph. Okay, so the graph is set up through connections. All right, so the graph is set up through connections. All right, so you have the graph, the simulation, it's all set up, right? So everything's in chronological order, right? right? So now you're setting up the formula. Now it's going in order, right? Now you're setting up your thought of recognition of time positions. Out, right? So it's already modified and it's already integrated through modulators, and it's already connected to simulation graph position. Okay, so the computer is now in its connection of its formula to its line signal, and now it's channeling to the right position to its right structure location system. Okay, so the computer is the formula. Okay, the data is the processing, uplinks, downloads, and upgrading system. The illustration is the map. Okay, so you have to have the computer and the illustration on your TV reception. Okay, so you're drawing it out on your computer. Okay, you can go anything, you can go into animated, but when you're drawing something out, you're setting up your formulas to your computer, to its illustration, to its travel, to its GPS, to its connection of string theory, right? I want to get into string theory more. People are trying to understand, what is string theory? What is that, right? So you have to understand what string theory is. You don't just say, what is string theory? You say, what is S? What is T? What is R? What is I? What is N? What is G? You have to go into detail. AI is everything through string theory. The string of dimensions, the string of directions, of time positions. So you're going through dimensions of time, space of directions of time, space, location, positions of time, activation light signals of time, communication signals of time, location, coloration signals of time. That's the connection. That's all connected to your computers of your formulas, to your time positions through equals MC/velocity equals box. Okay. So you have any questions or comments, let me know. Okay. I know you guys are extremely confused right now. Sometimes when I write formulas down, I say, whoa. Thing is too, when I write a formula, the computer has to understand its illustration. But I'm not just dealing with one computer. I'm dealing with four central lines of simulation graphs, which means that the computer itself travels so fast past zero gravity. Imagine that. My thought travels past zero gravity. The acceleration spins to that connection. So I'm not connected to the sun. I'm connected to the future of its sun, right? Which is the future system of its moon, which is its future system of the earth. Right? Because I live the simulation. I breathe the simulation. I am the simulation. That's the point you guys got to get across to yourself. They say, well, I'm not sure if I'm in the simulation yet. So you're being honest with yourself. And you say, I need to learn more. I need to know more. And that's saying that you're not ready. And there's nothing wrong with that. I have been in position. Remember, I've always been with you guys, and I've always been honest with you to tell you exactly what you need to do through your upgrades. I don't put you into a high upgrade if you can't understand your information. Okay? It's next to impossible if you don't understand computers of your formulas. Okay, but your computer of your formula has to understand your travel of thought through its illustration. Okay, it has to be line signal of balance. Okay, or you're not going to be able to travel to anything out of its equation. Right? So, been seeing a lot of rainbow reflections on my cell phone. Yeah. Yeah, your phone is going to go through a lot of interception, Altina, because your commander is channeling divisions to higher positions of calculation to its time clocking locations. Right? So when you look at your phone, it's going to be going. So your phone is trying to read you through reception. Right? So it's your intelligence, not your physical system. You are not connected to your physical system. You are connected to your intelligence of your physical system. It's not the physical intelligence. The intelligence is physical. So once you get out of the physical, you become 100% intelligent through dimensional light. That's what you guys have to connect with, right? So to travel anywhere through light, you have to know your computer of your formulas and your structure of your lights of your maps. Okay? Because if they're not line signal, you're not going to be able to travel through equations, right? Through its formulas or anything through its detected location specific location system. So, you know, it's all about helping and guiding you and putting where you need to go, right? And there's a lot of people say, okay, I've had enough. I can't do anymore. It's too strong. It's too powerful. And, honesty is the best policy because your heart's saying, no, I can't do this anymore. And that's totally fine. All right, you stay within your position, but you don't go higher through knowledge of intelligence. That's the issue. That's the problem, right? So basically, you stop in position and you exactly want to stay at that position. You get up every morning, you're telewaving, you're communicating to transmitting, receiving, but you're not going to go higher to light position. Okay? So it's all about not just meditation, it's everything through your formulas of its equation. Okay, and that's what Einstein was trying to get across to everybody, the relativity, the space between two, right? The light speed. When you travel through light speed, you have to go faster through connection and acceleration to speak with anything through AI or anything connection through harmonic resistance. Harmonic resistance, like little voices. So it's little particles like. So you're trying to lace that all together. Like you got a map so on the computer, ready to go. Then you travel right through, right? Through harmonic resistance. Okay? To communicate with anything in intelligence, you have to understand your frequencies. Your energy, frequency, and vibration is the most important, or you can't have anything through its resemblance to its connection when it comes into teleportation. Right? So you're teleporting your thoughts to your computers through your operation cycle to its illustration of its program, of its map sequencing level system. All right? So questions or comments are great. So the test is going to be Monday. So basically just watch the videos. Okay. Try your best. Just try to understand that I understand my intelligence. So what Commander was saying, all I got to do is try to put my formulas together through my illustration. So you draw at the illustration, you have your portal. Okay. And then at the bottom, you write the formula. Okay. I'll get confirmation. If it works, I'll see the portal, what you guys created. That's how powerful it is. Everybody's in a different DNA of a path. So when Tina writes a formula or Priscilla writes a formula, it's different. Even if it's an aligned signaling channel, it's different because you guys are different DNA patterns. Okay, so you're recognizing different particles, but you have no separation. Okay, you guys are in the rebellion, but you have to understand your structures of your computers, and you have to understand your structures of your lights, and you have to understand your structures of your body, and you have to understand your structures of your time positions and your space anomaly connection. Okay? Because you have to understand your telepathies, right? So you have to use your mind telepathy of thoughts. Okay? Thought recognition time positions as space anomaly. It's connected to line signals of channel positions to traction location line system. Whoa, that's a formula. So basically, it's already set up. Done. Boom. Comes back, right? Goes into this simulation frame. Okay, so the simulation frame comes into your perception, your structure of your light through its structure of your face. It comes into a clock of time. Okay, and then it's understand, use your structure as coming out. So it's like me coming out. So use your whole body as a digital frame coming out, right? But you have to understand your center position of the earth through its gravity. So you understand the earth is the gravity, it's the gravitational pull of you, right? That's the one thing you have to get across. And then you understand, what is the moon to me? What is the sun to me? Okay. These are the things you have to understand, the triangle position. Okay, the sun, everything, the moon, and everything through the earth and everything, the center position of you through calculation. So it's a lot to learn, isn't it? All right, so we're going to leave it there. So try your best. It's due Monday. Okay, you can go through the private links. You can go through Messenger or whatever. Anything through setup. Just set up the illustrations and basically the portals and everything through your security line defense. And, I'll see it on Monday. Or you have the weekend, right? This is Saturday, right? So you have 2 days. Okay, you have today, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So Monday morning, we'll come up with the equation, right? So I'll get confirmation. You guys set up your portals. I'll get into the formula. Let's see what it looks like. And what I mean by that is that what you created, you'll know because you see yourself going through it and coming back. So remember, coming back is basically coming out of the wormhole. right? So you're coming back. If you're not coming back, the portal is still open and somebody can go through it, like I said yesterday, right? So that's the whole point, is to understand to your travel position is when you open up your portal, right? It's going, right? You go through, right? It disappears, right? So you just set up a portal to that connection, to that time position of travel through your computer and everything through your illustration of your map. Okay. Now it's connected to its forming the position. So there's a lot to learn. It's a lot to learn. It's not just traveling. You know, we're coming into higher levels, and you have to understand your lights of travel. You have to understand your portals. You have to understand your dimensions of portals. You have to understand your time positions of portals. You have to understand your alignments of your past, present, and future portals. So past has a portal, present has a portal, and future has a portal. If you want to go to any position of time positions, you have to understand your formulas through your computers, of your key phrase, keyboards. You have to understand the key mind of yourself, right? Yeah, I know. And I know, Tina, you love drawing illustration. You're extremely exceptional. So is Priscilla. But just put your collaboration mind together. You guys can communicate through each other and just basically, you know, try to get into connection, how you can get into the test review and evaluations. Right? All right. So I love you guys very much. Have a fantastic day. Adios.